My name is Yusuf Edwards, and this is part 20 of the movie Revolution. Let us begin. So, she had just found out that her stepmom is cheating on her father, and combined with her flu, she's now angry and pissed off and sick in more ways than one. She she is so unhappy and just angry that every time she talks to her, she is trying so hard not to, well, curse out or hit her or physically is well assault her. It's a struggle, but she goes to the bathroom every single time she her stepmom stops talking. She says, well, Alice says, I need to go. I need to go immediately, she says. And then she does. And then she does go to the bathroom, takes a couple deep breaths at a time, and, well, she goes back to talk to her every time. And all the while pretending that nothing has happened at all. She is pissed that that Peter is cheating on her father with this person who is friends with her father. So therefore she's upset, but on the inside, she knows that her father will never believe her. Cause that is not something that he can ever do because that's his wife, that's his best friend. And so that is not believable that anything would happen like that. That is inconceivable to him. Of course he might believe his daughter, but she believes, but in her mind, that is not a possibility. That is not a possibility at all. And on top of all of that, she has to contend. She has to she has to contend with the fact that her stepmom and the vice president of the United States of America are just are just pure horrible people by wanting to ban movies from America. And so she is angry all the time, but she doesn't want to show it. One time she was talking, one time she was just watching some TV, and the cook wanted to give her some cookies, and she just snaps at him. Of course she apologizes, but every time this happens, she feels so bad. She doesn't know how I feel about this. She doesn't know how I feel about any of this. All she really knows how I feel is angry. But she can't necessarily show it. And also, her love, her, like, her, and also her, 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 her optimism for love in general is fading away for her. she's not happy at all. But every time she talks to her friend that she met at the film school, it's coming back a little bit for her. And slowly but surely, not by much, she feels that yes, she doesn't feel love for him. Like Peter doesn't feel love for my dad, but I feel love for that guy. And so maybe he does exist. And so maybe he does. And just for a moment, as she would be talking to him, everything would be fine. Everything would be okay. But every time she hangs up and Peter is like asking where her father is, she gets angrier and angrier. So one time, she walks into the kitchen to get herself some milk and cookies, because she doesn't necessarily want to bother the cooks anymore. And she does, and actually, Peter comes walking in for the same reason. And she just books it, and Adley just books it. She runs. She doesn't know what's going on. And her father doesn't know what's going on either. And he's like, what? And so he knocks on her door, asks what is wrong, and she lies to him. Not only to protect herself, no, no, well, of course, to protect herself, but more often than not, to protect her stepmom. She doesn't want her stepmom to chicken out because of her. She wants her stepmom to tell her father what she did and why she did it. And furthermore, why in the hell would she want to ban movies? Little, little does she know, she's not there protesting the whole time behind everyone's back. Even though she knows, even though she knows her, well, her husband's opinions on movies. He thinks it's awesome. And furthermore, he knows, he also knows that she doesn't like movies. But he loves them and wants to be in a movie himself, even though he is the president. And he can ask any time, anybody would. Abigail would most certainly love to put him in a movie one day. It just hasn't come up yet. And so, everyone knows his love for film. Going back to his trips as the vice president to Mexico all those years ago. And so everyone knows his love for them. So if she tells him about all of this, that would be the worst thing in the world for him. And an even smaller betrayal, but a bigger betrayal would be her telling her dad, that she's cheating on him. And so she lies. She says everything is fine and everything is wrong. I just, got a little nervous. She's so beautiful. She has to compliment her way too hard. And so, they, he says, okay. And she says, don't worry about it, Dad. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. I know she doesn't like me that much, but I'm trying to get to know her. And so, with that, he walks away. He has a sneaking suspicion that she is lying, but she pretends everything's fine, and so he wants her to be happy. And so, with that, he walks away. He closed the door, but right before he closed the door, he says, "Good night, darling." She says, "Good night, Dad." And she is crying, but she doesn't want him to see it, and so she she pretends that she's happy. When the door closes, she cries again. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this rather sad part of the movie Revolution. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.